If you read the word in Hebrew or you go into the ancient paleo, you got an ox head, which means strong. Then you have waves, which is either water or sound waves. It's something that is cohesive and held together by a strong wave. When we say amen in Hebrew, what we're doing is putting a bond between heaven and earth. All right?
Says who? Says the black Hebrews.
And West End. And West End, right? And plus, amen is derived from the word emet, which is truth. So when you're saying it, you're also saying, because when you add a noon onto it, it means a production of or produced by. And what we're saying is when we give our word, it's going to be produced by truth.
It's really, it's going back to amen, man. Come on, man.
Okay.
You language because that word exists in the environment.
I got a question.
You know what I'm saying? That word exists in an environment before the Hebrews are writing. How long are you saying the Hebrews are writing?
How long is that the Hebrews are writing?
How old is the Hebrew writing system? Let's get into it.
Now, if you go into the ancient Nile civilization, you see Sheikh Atidia and a few other brothers. They give the Paleo Hebrew in Egypt 3100. But like I already went to you with the writing system, I believe that it is, he said the Shemitic version of it is 2100 and the Egyptian version of it is 3100. Two neighboring nations could not be off by 1,000 years. It would never happen when you're connected with one another. Somebody has to assimilate to the other one in order to have a conversation or converse. So that 31 and a 1,000 year difference between two neighboring countries do not make any sense.
So wait a minute, but the writing that you find in Sinai Peninsula, right, was produced by who?
It was produced by people in the Sinai, Shemitic people that were laborers of a coal mine.
So what you're trying to tell me is that laborers, uneducated ones, because like
they wasn't uneducated.
Writing is really the hardest thing to do in ancient world.
It is.
It's not something people just do. I mean, as we say it now like it's something to do. It's not.
It is.
Okay, what I'm saying is that is a system that came out of a system of the Mother Nature. Mother Nature. Okay? Which has three different scripts, you understand? Right? I'm saying that the Proto-Sinaitic, it's not even called Hebrew. Y'all say it's Paleo-Hebrew. Right? It's because they call it Sinai Peninsula.
Yeah.
Right? You actually find an African god.
Where's Sinai?
Right? Sinai Peninsula.
Where's Sinai?
You say, where is it?
Where is it?
I say Africa.
Where's the modern day?
I say Africa.
Okay. Well, you saying Africa because okay, but you're counting outside of what everybody else understands Africa to be. I understand. I'm with you.
Right, but you know it's all connected.
I know it's all connected.
It's what I'm saying is the temple of Hathor was there, and they found some like graffiti type thing. It's not like the script was well put out. If you just find some scripts on certain rocks and certain,
and then because there's hieroglyphics in it also. There's Egyptian hieroglyphics in the same place where there is the Sinai.
Yeah, you see the pillars and perfect right there. Yeah. I'm just trying to say that that's a script that was put together to help Semitic people make a connection with their God. Because they wanted to write down their information too. Okay?
And where can I get the historical proof that that's what it is?
Type in Proto-Sinaitic, right?
And there's going to be a black brother on there telling me that the reason why they wrote it is so they can get in contact with their God. Or is there a papyrus that's showing me we created this for the Sinai?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you. Let me finish. Hold on. You fought back, I'm trying to get you.
No. You had the side I'm throwing off, so if you put it forward, I know you straight forward.
Then some scholars say, right, that no. They kind of watched the Egyptians, right, and kind of took bits and pieces out of it, right, to form their thing. Because really it's like a shorthand. Like the alphabet is really some dumbness. It's really like a short, because out of that, later on becomes the alphabet. That's really your first alphabet. You got that. You feel me? And so really the alphabet is really something dumb. Like A, B. You know what I'm saying? It's not complicated.
To you it is. But what happens?
No, because it's not.
Okay, let me explain. Can I explain language to you now? What happens is when you have ancient hieroglyphic texts who have almost 7,000 characters, it limits the education of broad. So when you characterize or bring into smaller characteristics than 22, then more people can be educated, and the less of the characters, the more advanced the knowledge is.
That's not true.
Because it advances. That's why hieroglyphs doesn't exist. That's why they went to hieratic. They changed. They had to step down because they couldn't exist. There was too many.
You're basically saying they need to summarize.
They need to summarize. They need to summarize.
The index.
There was Yes. And that's how the uniform had almost over 1,000. That's how hieroglyphs started bumping off uniform writings, because it was less. The more and more, when you deal with language, the less characters you are, the more people are educated, the more you can convey your message.
Now you took it out of character. Oh, let me make my point, Calvin.
I'm
Hold on. No, because the hieroglyphics, right, was a priest class writing. It wasn't for the regular people. They had cursive script, Cyrillic. Then they got the hieratic. Then they got the good one for everybody running around with the word of God. That's what it's called. The word of God.
Yeah.
Right? Nature, word of God. The signs and symbols that you find in nature, because nature talks to us. Nature is created. So no, it wasn't a step down. What it was an offshoot, because Mother Nature had the ability to be diverse for other people. Because I let you get the Greek, you know that.
I understand that.
Canaanite, all that. You know, all these Arabic, you know what I'm saying, come out that. And so they're just different forms of that. That doesn't mean that you can get more education. What it's saying is that they had complexities at different levels.
Excuse me,
don't say that.
But what I'm saying is that
because they still can't build a pyramid.
Eventually, the hieroglyphs died off because of lesser numbers and characteristics. It didn't die off. It didn't die off to you.
You know why it didn't die off?
It didn't die off to you. You're still reading it. You're still reading it.
No, it didn't die. Yeah, we got brothers who started reading. You know why it didn't die off? Because you're looking at that aspect of it right there.
Because I was made. I said
that is the hieroglyphic.
pictograph. It comes from.
What I'm telling you is, what I'm saying to you is that
you get that.
What I'm saying to you is, in the writings, you look at it, you can connect it. But you can connect it to many different forms in all of the areas.
That's true.
And that's what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm telling you is, you give one 3,100, I give one 2,100. There's no gap of 1,000 years in between the two.
I didn't understand that.
What I'm saying to you is, according to the origin of non-civilization, that's the difference in the writings. They're giving it 1,000 years. These two cannot go together. Let me ask you a question.
What are we talking about that?
Yes.
So you saying
I'm not even talking about this. There's no Paleo Hebrew. You see it outside. It's different. It's a little different than this.
Yeah, Phoenician, the Canaanite.
Yes, it's a paleo form.
Can I say something just quickly?
Right.
And I'm trying to answer that.
Right.
You know, we're not denying, brother, that our language was coming from Kemetic language. And we're not denying that.
From the writing.
Our writing, our alphabet comes from the Phoenicians. They're Hamitic people. Our writings come from them. No, we're not denying that at all.
So what's the conversation on that?
I'm saying the gap that they're giving, or the ancient scholars, the 1,000-year gap.
What 1,000? You mean a gap from what?
From this, what it is saying is that Egyptians had it 1,000 years before the Hebrews or anybody that was Asiatic or Semitic had it.
No,
and it's not
okay,
true.
This is what
I don't agree with that.
Let's clear this up. My turn to burn now, right? Show me a Hebrew artifact written in Hebrew, because that's not even Hebrew, you know that. Right? You call it Hebrew. Hold on, you get your shot. Hold on, you messed my train. I'm sorry. Hold on. That's not the Hebrew that you find in the Torah. You know that.
I agree. No, what Torah are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Torah that y'all deal with.
The ones we read now?
No, I'm saying...
We read Babylonian Hebrew.
I'm talking about... Okay, so I'm saying is, you don't have a Torah written in, quote-unquote, what you're calling Old Hebrew, or Paleo Hebrew. You don't have a Torah written...
So all our writings are written in ancient reading. Leviticus is written in this, and it's a Leviticus.
Where is the papyrus? What is the name of it?
Okay, look at Elephantine Egypt, and the scrolls that's written on lambskin there is written in ancient and paleo.
No.
You're asking me. I'm telling you. What you want me to draw it on my chest?
No. And what do you think? Hold on. And what do you think of that?
Huh?
They don't have a Torah written in that. I said Torah.
I'm telling you, the oldest form, when you're looking at the scrolls, he's going to bring it to you. Right?
It was written in Paleo Hebrew.
Okay.
And it's not, because it's not even called Paleo Hebrew in notes. They don't even call it Paleo.
No. It's not. It's called Paleo Shemitic. The reason what happened is Hebrew is Western Aramaic.
What's the date?
Hebrew is Western Aramaic.
What's the date?
is the date?
What is the date of the papyrus that you're speaking on? What's the date?
Look at 600 BC.
Oh, you can have that. You're right. You don't with you with that. You're right.
But that's on deer skin in Egypt.
But that's old. But you know
that's not the oldest.
Give me the oldest. That's not accurate. Give me the oldest Hebrew or Paleo-Hebrew.
Look up the Silver Scroll. That's one of them.
Silver Scroll.
Dealing with Leviticus.
What's the date on that?
Was it about 900 BC?
No, you better tone it down.
No.
Bring it back, LG, my man.
Oh man,
Bring it back.
No, it is around 800, 900. Now,
because that was before Moshe.
no, but it wasn't. The date was
Was it after Moshe?
No.
It was before Moshe.
Nah,
Listen.
man, stop.
Was it before or after
Man,
Moshe?
Moses the
What you
first
asking? What you asking?
First one to write, because nothing can predate Moses, because he the one to
Right,
write
Henry,
everything.
he wrote the Torah. Well, he didn't write the Torah.
what was Abraham writing?
Because Moses was raised.
What was Abraham writing? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Ask him that question.
What was the universal language used today? What was the universal language during the time of Babylon and Egypt? And have you read the Talmud on the tablets?
Tell him
What language is written in?
Cuneiform.
Huh?
Cuneiform.
Why is Pharaoh writing in cuneiform?
Because that language come out the African thing.
Huh? I'm asking you a question. The uniform is the oldest writing according to historians. The uniform is the oldest writing according to historians. Why is Pharaoh a person who believes? Let me ask you. Why is Pharaoh who believes the people of other nations are Metsis or Etsis, which mean that they're the disgusted people? The disgusted people. Why is he writing in the disgusted people language?
Here we go with this one.
No, you said the Pharaoh is calling them the Babylonians.
No, they believe anybody in Egypt is being
Hold
Etsis.
on. Why do Americans write in Chinese?
I don't know, man.
Japanese.
Well, that's your homies. You hang around. I don't hang around nobody that writes in
Hey,
Chinese.
dude. Wait, this is my point.
You on a different planet, bro.
No, listen, I have a sister right now, right? She lived in Korea.
You special.
Right? She lived in Korea.
She's special.
She can write in Korean. And when other nations trade with each other, they learn their languages in writing.
Of course.
So, of course, the Pharaoh can be versed in cuneiform.
Can I say something?
But that's not the oldest
But
writing.
what's it?
When I agree with you and I understand that. So just like I was doing, we got to remedy a lot of things that the other Israelite camps are doing.
Y'all doing that?
And one of the main
Y'all doing
things is this right here, right? Now the elder got the copy that I gave him, but it took me almost 2 years to do this.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
You said, what's that?
That's the whole entire book.
Revised edition?
You
That's
wrote
the
it?
real edition.
You wrote that?
Yes.
I just asked him. I asked him.
Get this on camera. Hold on. Get this on camera. Hold on. Get this on
Revise their
camera.
own book.
Now this is important.
And he said,
I don't care what nobody say, right? If you're a Hebrew and you're not putting together your own thing and your thing, you're a fraud. You feel me? You can't take that from them brothers of putting their own thing together, because that's what the original people do. They put their own thing together and they do not wait on white people to verify their story. So I respect that. Regardless of what I believe.
And one thing,
That's real. I don't know what to say. If you say popcorn candy, you know what I'm saying? But I mean that's a very important step in development.
And that,
how people act on
and this is one thing.
I can't take that from you, bro. I can't. Hieroglyphics. I
It have
can't.
to be redone. Y'all have to be.
Can I put a record? I belong to the Underraw squad, right? So we got a team of linguists, right? That when I got a glyph or some writings I need, I take to that department and they translate it and they break it down. So we don't play music. We're not playing music. We're not listening to Wallace E. Birds teach you. We're not doing that. Right? We're putting our own information together because we say it's ours, right? We're not Egyptologists. So I'm not fighting for Egyptologists. You know, I'm coming from the bloodline of the original people.
Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me. What are you? I'm a real black atheist.
No, let me.
And that's another whole conversation.
Atheist. You're all
I'm a real black atheist.
a real black atheist.
Right, you know what that means?
Well, you gotta,
You know what I mean? That's the same thing y'all saying. What y'all really saying is, excuse my language, y'all don't believe that shit. Because if y'all